Hello everyone, and welcome back. As for today, at the 190th episode, we are going to discuss about none other than Avatar Korra, the titular main protagonist of Avatar, The Legend of Korra, and overall one of the main protagonists of the Avatar franchise. The successor of Avatar Aang, and a hot-headed girl that tries her best to bring peace and balance into a ever-changing world. Korra in many ways is both a successor, as I said, but also the opposite to Avatar Aang. And in this episode, we are going to discuss all that we know about her throughout the series, and from the graphic novels, and the info that we got about the current upcoming new series, Avatar 7 Heavens, to understand Avatar Korra and how well she grown up as a person. And now, let's begin. With Amon, the leader of a neo-socialist movement known as the Equalists, who wants to end the tyranny of bending and take the bending away to make all people, both bender and non-benders, completely equal to each other. Yep, in other words, Amon is mostly a communist. And Korra officially set out in order to defeat him, and she made friends along the way, such as Mako, Bumi, and Asami Sato. And eventually, she has successfully defeated him, saved the United Republic, and even mastered airbending, and thanks to Aang, she also learned energy bending, the ability to take people's bending away. And thus, she used her newfound powers to become a complete avatar. And thanks to her actions, the United Republic transitioned from a council republic to a presidential republic, where Amon has become the first president of the United Republic. And now, 1 year later, now by 171 AG, a new threat has arisen in her own uncle, Unalaq, the leader of the Water Tribe, who instigated a civil war in the south in order to officially gain access to the spirit portals in the north and the south poles of the Avatar world, in order to free Vatu, the spirit of darkness and chaos that was trapped in the Tree of Time for the last 10,000 years by the first Avatar one, as Unalaq seeks to fuse with him so he can become Unavatu, the Dark Avatar, and bring 10,000 years of darkness and chaos on Earth. Thankfully, Korra managed to officially stop him and officially secure the portals remaining open, and thus ushering a new age of spirituality in the process, and defeat Unalaq and Vatu for good, and help to secure the South Pole's independence, and thus both the North and the Southern Water tribes are now free from one another. But sadly, all of this came at a cost, as Unalaq managed to rip Rava, the spirit of light and harmony, from her and destroyed the Avatar cycle. And thus, the Avatar cycle has pretty much kind of restarted from zero, with her as the new to kill the Earth Queen Ho Ting and collapse the Earth Kingdom in the process, as well as trying to destroy the White Lotus. But thankfully, Korra managed to stop them and managed to save the world once again. But sadly, Korra has remained severely injured into the process, and so she officially took return back to the South Pole and spent the next 3 years out there in order to recover. And by 174 AG, she officially left the South, and but hesitated to return back to the Republic City. So she traveled across the former Kingdom in order to find herself, and she did in Toph Beifong, one of the last surviving members of the old Team Avatar, who helped to train Korra and to officially find back her strength in order to retake back her role as the Avatar, as now a new threat has arisen in the process, and she learned to no longer count on herself, but to also count on the ones around her, and to open her heart. And as the answer ultimately is yes, Korra is a good person, and she is very close to actually being a pure good one. And in the end, she successfully managed to stop Kuvira and put an end to her madness, and had her to change her heart and mind, as she surrendered, and the Earth Empire's threat has officially come to an end. And even after that, new problems have arisen, such as Toguga, on the leader of the Triple Triad, who tried to conquer the Republic City, which has failed, the evacuee crisis caused by the Kuvira's invasion, which thankfully was solved by the new President Zhu Li, the democratization of the Earth Kingdom led by the Earth Prince Wu, and the remaining Earth Empire loyalists who tried to stop the democratization, but it has thankfully they failed. And Korra managed to intervene and stop all of this. And eventually Korra apparently died, but before that she eventually has somehow destroyed the whole world, and now is in the job of a new avatar in order to deal with the consequences. So in the end, who was Avatar Korra? She was nothing more but a simple person born with an immense power, a power that she will see as a gift and use it in order to protect and to help the ones around her. A hot-headed, stubborn person that will grow up to officially open her heart and become a better version of herself, and a person that could easily be called as one of the strongest female characters I met in all animation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe, and have a nice day.